y'all? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey girl, hey. If you're not new here, hey girl, hey. It's what queen. Did y'all pick up that phone when I called y'all back? Okay, so like y'all did. If you are new here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the post notification bell so you can be notified every single time I drop a video. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 8, y'all. Let's get into it, babe. I don't have all day to be here, so let's get into it. I'm gonna be talking to y'all about dealing with the death of a parent. I'm going to be talking to y'all about some other little things such as like insecurities and stuff like that, but we're going to start with the deep shit first so we can go ahead and get those tears or whatever may come out of the way so we can have a great rest of the girl talk. I mean, it's time for us to chill together. It's time for us to be honest. As friends, we're going to be having these deep conversations, and I need to be able to lean on you when I'm going through my thing. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, then you may not have went back on my channel. You may not have not seen that I did lose my mother in 2020. So I'm not gonna be doing like no whole like, oh, how she died or whatever. I've already filmed that video. For the sake of us having 1,000 subscribers, I will link the video this time because I did not link it last time I mentioned it. But I will link the video on how my mother died. She was 42 years young. Her birthday is actually 2 days after mine. Her birthday is October 27th. Mine is October 25th. My mother was born October 27th, 1977. My mother died on March 8th, 2020. Okay, so basically I want to talk about how I cope and how I deal with the fact that my mother is dead, and then hopefully that can help people, even if it just helps one person with dealing with grief from a parent or a grandparent or whatever the case may be. Because I'm just going to be honest with y'all, this is very transparent. I have lost my mother, I have lost my mother's mother, I have lost my mother's mother's mother, and I've also lost my dad's father. So I've lost my mother, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, and my grandfather. Okay, all of those were in a span of 3 to 4 years a piece, so apart, whatever. My grandfather and my great-grandmother actually died in the same year. Now my grandmother, my mom's mom, she died over 13 years ago, so it's been a minute, like 10, yeah, something like that. It's been a minute since my grandmother died, but like my great-grandmother, my grandfather, and my mom, they all died within a span of 3 years. Yeah, 3 years from each other, 3-4 years. So it's still very fresh. My mother has been dead going on 3 years. My mother has been dead going on 4 years in March of 2023. So it's definitely something that has been eating at me. People think, oh, well, it's been enough time, you should be healed, you should be okay. And I try not to burden people with my thoughts about my mom, or like if my mom comes to visit me in my dreams or something like that, which I've already told my mama, listen, I love my mother, I really do. She was so beautiful. That was my queen, you get what I'm saying? And I miss my mom so much. But honestly, truly, Miss Tanyetta, babe, I'm all right. You don't have to come visit me. Like, I love you, I miss you so much, but I ain't one of the people like, I just want you to rest in peace. I do not want you to visit me. Do not come visit me, because you're gonna psych me out. I don't want to be psyched out, you know what I'm saying? I want to be able to enjoy myself. So basically, as my mom passed, I was very depressed. I spoke about this briefly in the last girl talk. I was depressed, right? Panic attacks, anxiety attacks, all of that stuff. Very, very, very depressed, right? I am currently on medication for my anxiety attacks and everything. So the way that I have been coping, I'm gonna be honest, I cry so much, which is nothing wrong with crying. Like, it's nothing wrong with crying. You want to cry, you want to get those feelings out, you do not want to hold those feelings. So I cry. Like, if I'm driving, I remember, because I had 2013 Ford Fusion. That was the last car that me and my mom actually rode in together. We actually went to Mississippi, me, her, and my girlfriend went to Mississippi. My mom was in the back seat. I have videos of my mother in that car. So when I was still new to my mother being gone, and I was still driving that car, I literally would be driving, and then I would see my mother in the back, and it would literally make me boo-hoo cry, like, because I seen her back there. Like, that's the last spot that she sat in before she ended up in the hospital. So it's like, for me, I'm not, like I said, I'm not telling you how she died or nothing like that. Go watch the video if you're interested in knowing how my mother actually passed. We actually did get enough time. Like I said, like, I feel like we got not an easy way to lose our mom, but I am thankful for how my mom died, because we got to spend those quality moments with her in the hospital instead of just getting that phone call like she had passed away. So I am very thankful to God for that. but it does still hurt. And I think what hurt the worst for me was like when people say, oh, praise to God, he hears you, he answers you. And I'm not knocking people that say that, but I feel like when you tell me, pray to God, he will answer you. Pray to God. Like, of course, I love God. First of all, don't ever think that I'm dissing God or nothing like that. That's not what this is. But what I'm saying is for the people that try to be helpful in a situation where someone is losing a parent, and you try to say, oh, everything is going to be okay, just pray about it, blah, blah, blah. You're kind of giving me false hope, right? Because I was under the impression that if I prayed, this is what I was thinking in that moment. Because mind you, when my mother was dying, I was not 20 something years old. In my mind, I was literally 5, because that's how it feels. When you're losing a parent, you feel like you're 5 years old. You feel like you're a kid again. And you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how you're going to continue on. You don't know what to do. I literally, like, I felt lost. So when you're telling me, pray to God, he will answer you, he will help you, he can bring her out of this, you're giving me that false hope. And now I'm believing that, okay, let me just pray, right? Let me pray and my mom is going to be okay. So I'm literally like praying, calling people to pray for her. My mother is still dead, right? Not saying that God can't save people, but I just don't want people to continue to say that to me. Like, let me pray by myself. Don't try to boost it. Like, don't be like, oh yeah, God got you, just pray that. I know God has me, but in the same breath too, I want to believe on my own. I want to find it out on my own. Because when people tell you that, like, I'm literally like, yeah, let me just pray and my mom is gonna be okay. My mother still died, so it really did mess with my mind. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, after my mom passed, I did not do therapy for a minute. I did not do anything to get help. I simply just cried and that was it. But honestly, getting therapy started for me probably like a year after my mom passed, and it ended for me in like 3 weeks, because the first therapist that I used was quote unquote my pastor. Okay, my pastor honestly forgot about me. I'm just gonna say it like that. That's why I no longer go to the church. But that pastor forgot about me. And I get it. Like, they have things going on. You get what I'm saying? They're busy. So it just felt like I was kind of having to chase after the help, instead of, like, if we're setting a schedule, saying like we're gonna meet and talk on the phone at these times every week, that's what I'm expecting. But it literally turned into him not responding, and then it turned into him not remembering to just plan on just stopping the whole sessions. Like, mind you, they were not free. I was paying for these sessions, but which to me is crazy as well, because if I'm quote unquote a member at your church, I didn't know that they charged people to help them. But I mean, it is what it is, to each his own, right? But for me, it was kind of like, damn, like, you're forgetting about me. I need someone who's going to be consistent with my therapy sessions. I need someone who's going to help me in a time, like, if I'm literally feeling like, okay, like, y'all, it's so much that I want to say. But basically, it's a feeling that I got after my mom passed, where I felt like I had to do everything super fast, right? It was almost like I was trying to race time. Like, I was literally in a race with time. I'm like, okay, I gotta have a kid, I gotta get married, I gotta start this business, I gotta become a millionaire, all in the span of a year. That's my mindset. Like, I'm literally like, okay, I gotta do this, because I was scared that I was gonna pass away. I was scared that, damn, if my mom just died, am I gonna die? Then my mind went to, damn, if my mom died at 42, am I gonna die at 32? Am I gonna die at 42? Like, that's literally, because mind you, my grandmother died at 52. My mom died at 42. So it's like, in my mind, it's like, fuck, like, do I gotta get all of this done before the age of 30? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, in my mind, I'm trying to figure out the end. So things that I started to do to help me cope: praying, crying, reading the Bible more. I seek God so much. I'm still seeking God to this day. I talk about God all the time. Yes, I cuss. God know my heart. But I seek God more than anything, because no one else can get me through what I'm going through. No one else can help me really cope with my mother other than God. I write all the time. I have so many journals, y'all. I have so many journals, so many notebooks. Even if I just grab a piece of paper, I write all the time. I do talk to my girlfriend, but let's just be honest, like, it's hard talking to somebody who's never lost a period. And I say this because how can you tell me how to feel about something when you've never even been in a situation that I'm in? That's why I really don't like talking to people that have never lost their mom or their dad, or at least like someone that was a mother figure or father figure to them. So like if you were raised by your grandmother and that grandmother died, I can feel like you understand where I'm coming from, because that was technically like a mom to you. But if your mother is still living, y'all have a great relationship, you know what I'm saying? I don't need your advice, because how can you give me advice on something that you've never experienced? Because you don't even know how you're gonna feel when your mom passes. That's the thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody try to tell you like how to handle it and how quick to get over it, but no one truly understands until their mom is dead. And honestly, yeah, so talking to people does help, but I would just suggest talking to somebody that you know have that experience, because if not, it's gonna kind of irritate you, because of the simple fact, bitch, how the fuck can you tell me how to handle something that you've never even experienced? Like, that don't even fucking make sense. Like, I'm not fit to sit up here and talk to you about my situations and you don't even know what the fuck to do. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, no, I still dance a lot, y'all. I still close myself in a room, listen to my praise music, my gospel music, and I just honestly just fall into that. I go for a lot of car rides sometimes. Even if y'all, sometimes for some reason, this is something I do a lot. I don't know if anybody in my household has caught this, but something I do a lot is I will go to my car, drive to like the library parking lot, park in the back, because our library don't have a lot of people, so I always park in the back, lock my doors. And sometimes it's easier for me to cry in my car. So sometimes, and the reason I'm saying this is because this is helping me cope, because I'm able to take that step away from reality. To me, when I sit in my car and I'm by myself, it's literally taking me away from everybody else, right? So I don't have to worry about somebody walking in the room and I'm boohoo crying, or like knocking on the bathroom door trying to figure out what's going on with me. I'm by myself. So that's something that I do, y'all. There's so many things that you can do to cope, but I would just suggest praying, music, crying, writing, and therapy. Those are my top 5, right? Get help. Do not be afraid to get help. And also too, don't forget that I do also have an email down below. Y'all can talk to me if you need help. Also too, if you click that link, you can actually purchase my depression journal, y'all. It's so helpful, I promise. If you want it for free, hit me up an email. Let's have a conversation. If I feel like, yeah, you really need it, I will definitely send it to you for the free. Only 3 people will be able to get a free journal. So if you're one of those 3, hit me up in my email. Let's talk, let's chat, and I definitely will do the best that I can to assist you in the best way possible. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not a therapist. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I do want to be one, but right now I'm not a therapist or anything like that. So yeah. Also too, real quick before I end our video, I also want to talk about how to deal with insecurities. Y'all, affirmations is a big one. Like, affirmations. Look at yourself in the mirror every single day. I am beautiful. I am strong. I am anointed. I am blessed. All of those. Like, literally, if you don't know what affirmations to tell yourself, go on Google. I know you got your phone, sis. Go on Google. Type in affirmations to tell yourself to build your confidence, to help with insecurities. Whatever the case may be, you're going to find so many things that you can say to yourself that will help you become a better you. So affirmations. Hercules. Y'all, affirmations literally help so much. Affirmations, of course, I'm going to continue to say prayer. If you are not a God-fearing person, I am so sorry. This page is not for you, because I'm always going to mention my Father. Like, I'm always going to mention Jesus Christ. Like, it's always going to happen. No one, no man in flesh, okay, can ever do the things for you that God can do for you. No one. Only God can bring you out of those thoughts, out of those dark times. Okay, so if you're feeling insecure about yourself, you're not happy with the way that you look, you're not happy with the way that you feel, pray about it. Pray about it, y'all. I say a prayer every single day about weight loss, about hair, about whatever, like whatever little things that you really want to fix but you're having trouble fixing. Pray about it. Pray about it. Pray about it. Like, what else can I say? Pray about it. God is the answer. Like, God has the answer to all of your problems, all of your insecurities. God can fix those things. Pray. Father God, I come to you and I'm asking you to help me fight this demon of insecurity. Help me overcome these thoughts that I'm not beautiful. Little things like that can change the way that you literally think about yourself. If you say those prayers every morning when you first open your eyes, when you're doing your affirmations in the morning, when you're like, I am strong. Father God, I thank you right now for helping me believe that I am strong, helping me know that I am beautiful, helping me know that I am faithful, I am righteous, I am blessed. Whatever the case may be, literally, y'all, it will change your whole outlook on life. Don't let a man make you feel beautiful, because no man should be able to come into your life. Yes, of course, you want them to tell you that you're beautiful, but you should already know that you're beautiful. You should already know that you're beautiful before they tell you that you're beautiful. So don't allow anyone to take away your joy or to give you joy. No one should be able to do that but God. So I really hope that y'all enjoyed our little mini girl talk part 2. If y'all interested in part 3, I'm not gonna do a part 3 until y'all comment down below something to actually talk about, because I'm coming up with the shit out my ass. So I really need y'all to participate here. Engage with me, sis. Comment down below, what do you want to talk about? What things are you struggling with? So we can actually have a real conversation. But I hope this video was very helpful to someone. I know I kind of just rambled a little bit, but I love y'all so much. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel and turn your post notification bell. And I will see y'all in the next video. Peace. You thought I forgot? Sis, make sure you pick up that phone when I call you back. I'm not playing. Bye.